Pre-market summary for Friday, April 28th. Futures back in negative territory here this morning, coming off a bit of a mixed batch of earnings after the close last night, maybe a little bit to the negative side as the overall market follows through here. Here's how things are setting up as we head towards Friday. There is some pretty big economic data coming up this morning as well. 0.29 right now for the S&P, about the same right across the board, the Dow and the NASDAQ. A little bit better, 0.26 in negative territory, but overall, just kind of chopping around. Bit of a negative start here to the day for crypto as well. 1% for Bitcoin, Ethereum about half at this point. So we got the advanced look at PCE a couple of days ago. We'll get the core number and the year-over-year number coming up this morning at 8:30. 0.1% there on the PCE price index month over month. We're expecting 4.1 on the year-over-year number. So we'll bring that to you as it happens. Again, coming up at 8:30. At 10 o'clock, University of Michigan sentiment final number as well, 63.5 expected there. So a couple of market moving numbers potentially this morning. Overall, that's how the market's setting up on the daily time frame, still kind of chopping around inside of its range as we've seen over the past couple of days. Same story for the NASDAQ, another negative candle yesterday. Overall, there's Amazon cloud. Yeah, the forecast for cloud down slightly. So pressuring Amazon shares here this morning ever so slightly. Everything else, though, on that report better than expected. Pinterest, on the other hand, definitely not better than expected. We're trading down here around this 23, 22.5 area so far for Pin. Snap, same story. Downside in a big way so far this morning after they warned of second quarter profit going to be lower than expected. Intel, nice look here this morning, trading higher on second half margins being a little bit better than expected on their forecast. We'll talk some chips coming up. Meta back to the upside as well. Goldman Sachs with a positive note, price target increase this morning after a monster day yesterday, post earnings for Meta. Possibly a lifeline to come here for FRC, trading up in the pre-market. The White House, some Fed officials talking about maybe coming up with a plan to throw them a lifeline. Cloudflare getting absolutely wrecked here in the pre-market as well. That's FRC still, but NET absolutely smoked downside on their forecast being worse than expected. And we have all these little tiny Chinese stocks going crazy this morning, including MEGL, TOP from yesterday, HKD, among others. There's AGBA, ATXG, a ton of them moving around here this morning. Really no significant news, but we'll talk about those as well. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code. Bottom of the screen, we're coming up at 8:30. Remember, PC 8:30, and then 10 o'clock, we'll get that Michigan consumer number. We'll see you shortly on TraderTV.Live.